Happy day and welcome to the Susan&SoullasHomestead. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, all that fun stuff. You never know what you're going to find. There's a lot to see, a lot to laugh, and hopefully even learn. Maybe even change the world a bit. So here we are in our laundromat wastewater system. A little update on how our plant filters are going. The good, the bad, the ugly. There's a little bit of everything. Let me just show you. This is the water coming in. We're backwashing our we're bringing our backwash tank after it's settled back into the building, and that's super dirty water. I just wanted to show you this for aquaponic systems or ponds. This is a barley bale. If you put it in the stream of the water, whether it be aquaponics, your pond, if you have an allergy problem, it breaks down, turns into humic acid, and then a form of peroxide, which helps break down the things. If you can see, it's going through there, and then that's the water coming out. After it goes through the system, here's what the water looks like. Basically no soap, it's pretty clear. That's a really good sign. I think everything is living in there. One thing we had an issue with, I had to put the air line back in. We had problems with the pump, problems with the air line. So we got a bunch of extra equipment. This, I don't know how it's so powerful. I'm gonna research it, but this is a little aerator. We got more equipment from that restaurant, from the aquaponics center. We did make some mistakes in the beginning. Let me show you the plants. We also added an extra light and made a manifold. We went from generating about 500-600 gallons a minute through here to over 4,000. As you can see, the plants are coming back. But they took a real hit. What I did is, what we shouldn't have done is, there we go. You can see they're starting to come back. We set everything up. The aerator broke. I didn't think it needed it. And then I turned on the water full force. And it was just, we had two of the busiest weekends we ever had. There you go. You can see they're coming back. And it was just too much for everything. The water was so clogged. It was so soapy. So we turned down that and now increased the circulation, increased the lighting with a better spectrum. We also turned down the water. I had it at 77, but the plants in our aquaponics system and in our other tanks don't need 77. I mean, that's like 63 degrees and they're doing great. I'm also taking two 5-gallon buckets of the water from our home aquaponics system, if you check out some of our other videos, and adding that every Monday and Wednesday when I come for the major backwashing of all the carbon filters. Now this tank did a little better. Even though it had less water, we put a little elbow to raise the water another 2 or 3 inches so that there's more holding water in here. And as you can see, that's not a healthy root. There's only little new roots growing right there because it took a hit. You can see this guy almost died, but look, he's got new growth, new circulation, and the same thing. We built another manifold and doubled it. So now there's over 4,000 gallons of water going through both of these tanks, and then they go down to the barrel where the pump is, and now the aerator is. So everything gets hyper aerated. I think it needed the extra oxygen. I watched a few videos, and soap digesting bacteria and the bacteria that turns nitrogen into nitrates and helps break everything down needs to be hyper oxygenated. I had made the assumption that we were going to be able to do just the water going through the pipes and everything was going to be enough to oxygenate it, but it was not. And like I said, we also got COVID for the first time, so I was down for 2 weeks. So we kind of set it up and then left it, and it needed some fine tuning. We're gonna run it like this for a week or two, but it's already showing signs that it's doing better. Like, look at it, there's not much soap in here, it's digesting it, even though we're putting a fraction of what we used to. which was originally assumed. I think I would need 7 or 8 of these. We're putting more in the laundromat, and it's got this wall space here. We're gonna design another one, more like that, but 20 inches. So, once again, as you can see, that's the water. And it even looks like when the water's running through the pipes, I think the bacteria and everything is getting alive. But that's a pretty incredible change. And as you can see, there's barely any soap. There's definitely not any dissolved particles. The only thing we've had an issue in the past is the soap. And that's why we put the plants in. Everything else is taken out. And now you can even see, this pipe was originally for the overflow to send the trickling water back, but also for sudsing up, so that as it's aerating and super oxygenating, the bubbles can go over there and then they